I have made a lot of mistakes scaling my business from 0 to 60K a month in the last 12 months at just 19 years old. And the first and probably the biggest lesson is that it is super important to keep my body clean. And by body, I mean both my physical health and my mental health. So first of all, physical health is pretty self-explanatory. Eat good food, work out regularly, use your body, stretch, feel good. But the most important for your business in the short term is your mental health. So if you are constantly scrolling on social media, if you are indulging in drama, if you spend your mental energy on those tasks that don't just not propel you forward, they actually pull you down, you will be at such a disadvantage to other business owners like me who have completely avoided social media, who work out regularly, who feel good. So the first and the biggest lesson is keep your body clean. The second lesson, and one that nobody told me about when I started my business, is that signing clients is very, and I mean like incredibly easy if you have a good offer. If your offer sucks, if it has too much friction, if it is too expensive, if there's too much risk involved, then of course it's going to be a hassle to sell new clients. But if you make an offer that is irresistible, that people feel stupid saying no to, thanks to Hormozi for this one, signing clients will become an absolute breeze. As I said, I have scaled my business from 0 to 60K a month in a single year. So that should be proof enough that a good offer will help you drastically. So lesson number 2 is have an amazing offer in your business. Lesson number 3 is that nobody is coming to save you. This is not a school project where if you slack off, one of your teammates is going to pick up the slack. If you don't do it, it won't get done. So make sure that you have good routines so that everything is done, so that you don't slack off, so that you don't put off tasks to tomorrow, to after tomorrow, to next week, because as I said, if you don't do them, nobody else will. So lesson number 3 is that nobody is coming to save you, so you have to save yourself. Lesson number 4, and one that I believe is relevant for a lot of you watching this video, is that sometimes you actually know better than your friends and family. If your friends and your family are telling you don't drop out of school, it is a stupid decision, or don't start a business, just keep to the path of going to school, getting a job. Sometimes you have to make that decision, even though you have been listening to your parents your entire life and they have been mostly correct in what they have taught you. Sometimes you need to make decisions for yourself because you just have information that they don't have. So the fact that people are telling you and people close to you are telling you that a decision that you are making is wrong doesn't necessarily make it wrong. So lesson number 4 is think for yourself and begin taking big decisions on your own without being swayed by the opinions of the people around you. Lesson number 5 is to go out of your comfort zone, and not just in your business, but also in your personal life, because the way you are in your personal life is also the way you are going to be in your business. It's not like it's two separate entities. It's both you, just that one is a professional entity while the other one is your personal identity. And what I mean by going out of your comfort zone is doing hard stuff, like taking cold plunges, like running out in the rain, like waking up at 5 a.m. because it builds so much personality, it builds so much self-confidence, and all of the self-confidence will of course appear in your business and make running your business a lot easier, because you will appear a lot more trustworthy to the people that you are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So lesson number 5 is do hard shit, go out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself on a daily basis. Lesson number 6 is that tracking is key. So I had a small problem with this in the beginning. I was basically not tracking anything. Now I am tracking basically everything. I am tracking which books I read, how many sales calls I have, how many people I close, which cigars I smoke. Like every single aspect of my life is tracked, and it has given me an incredible advantage when trying to improve my life. So if I feel like I'm lacking on my finances, I can just go into my finance tracking sheet, look over what I spend money on, and determine if there is an issue. If I'm not booking enough meetings, I can go through my outreach numbers. Look at if I'm sending enough outreach, find out what the problem is. Maybe not enough people are responding. You get the point. By tracking absolutely everything, you are able to constantly improve yourself, and you also keep yourself accountable. So every single day when I track my expenses, I have to reflect on that, because if I spend a lot of money, I'm like, okay, this is not perfect. It makes you change your behavior in the future without actually making a mental decision, just by having to track it down. If you did something bad, you have to track it down. If you did something good, you have to track it down, which again, as I said, makes you more accountable to yourself. So lesson number 6 is track absolutely everything in your life. Start introducing tracking sheets for everything one by one. Don't start tracking everything at once, because it will be too much. But first get a tracking sheet for your sleep, then get a tracking sheet for your finances, and within a month you will have tracking for absolutely every aspect of your life. Number 7, and one I still struggle with today, is buying back my time. So once you begin earning some money, once you have tasks that are mundane and that you don't want to do, outsource them. Get a VA. You can get super cheap VAs for like $5 an hour. Give them all of the basic tasks. Even though you feel like I can do it, it doesn't take me a lot of energy. It still takes up your mental capacity. It still takes up your time. So just make it a habit to begin outsourcing mundane tasks that you don't actually need to spend time on to VAs super early on. So lesson number 7 is to invest in hiring a cheap VA early on. Lesson number 8, and one that has been super important to our incredible growth in the last year, has been keeping our business lean. So we don't have an office, we don't have any full-time employees, we don't have a company car. We are super lean. It's just me, my business partner, and a couple of VAs helping us with the day-to-day tasks. I see it time and time again that business owners start their business. The first thing they do is go out, get an office, get an employee, get a car, and then there's suddenly like 10K negative every single month that they have to work up from. We have incredibly high margins right now. We are able to invest a lot of money in ourselves and in our self-education, which, as I said, has been one of the main factors for our incredible growth in the last year. So lesson number 8 is keeping your business lean for as long as possible. Number 9, and one that many people will disagree with, is splurging on good gear. Buy yourself a good laptop, buy yourself a good keyboard, buy yourself a good camera, and make your work enjoyable, whatever it is that you're interacting with on a daily basis. Don't go overboard. I'm not saying that you have to have a PC for like $10,000, but I bought a Mac for $3,000. I bought a camera for $2,000. I bought all of the nicest peripherals that I wanted. And now my work is a lot more enjoyable than it was before. I get a lot more work done. And once you are at that 10, 20, 30K a month level, and even a couple % increase in your personal productivity will give you an enormous increase in results in the future. So lesson number 9 is splurging on good gear and buying things that actually make you want to work. The 10th and the last lesson, which I have also been hinting to this entire video, is investing in yourself. Spend money on coaching, spend money on courses, spend money on books. No, I'm not selling you any courses. I don't have any paid courses, so I'm not trying to get you to buy my thing. It has just been incredibly valuable for my business partner and I, buying coaching, buying time with professionals in the fields that we want to learn more about. So if we have a question about the Facebook ads algorithm, we jump on a call with a Facebook ads algorithm expert. If I have questions about finances, I jump on a call with a finance expert. You get the point. When you have a question, instead of trying to dig for hours upon hours upon hours, or just giving up, just buy like 30 minutes, an hour of someone else's time who is already an expert at the topic. Ask all of the questions that you want. It will save you a lot of time, and you will get much more high quality info because that person has dedicated their life to that one thing, and you're just like pulling out nuggets from that person's life, which they have also probably spent a lot of time and money developing. So lesson number 10, and one of the most, if not the most important lesson from this video, is to invest in yourself. That's it. I hope you found this video valuable. Those were my top 10 lessons from my life from the last 12 months, scaling my agency from 0 to 60K a month. I'm not saying that I'm an expert. I still have a long way to go, but I'm always open to sharing my experiences, and hopefully it will help someone who is a bit behind on the same path get to my point and hopefully beyond. So if you have any questions for this video, please leave them down in the comments. I will get to them as soon as possible. Have an amazing day, and I can't wait to meet you at the top.